Hi there everyone. So this is not a pick-a-pile reading, this is a third-party situation, and I decided to take 3 piles to represent the three people involved in this situation. So you might be the person stuck and not knowing which person to choose, or you could be one of those two there, because this pile, which is the Moonchild Tarot, and this one, the Starchild Tarot, will be representing the two individuals that are a bit stuck in this situation. I will call this person probably person A and person B, but I might draw a card that represent each person energy, but depending on how easy it will be to identify the person with this card, I'll go with person A, person B, and for the person stuck into deciding what to do, I will probably force myself to use the card that will represent them. Oh no, it will be with this one. I will take a card that will represent each energy, and it will be from those cards. They will also be probably advices card. To be honest, I haven't chose yet what it will be about. But those are oracle cards. Whoops, we can't see anything. But those are oracle cards, so we're gonna choose from them to decide each person energy. So without further ado, I will start this. And it will be, like I said, since it's not a pick-a-pile, it will be one long reading on a third-party situation. So if you don't resonate with anything that is said there, then it's just not your reading. There might be some messages in there, but if you really don't resonate, don't force yourself to go all through that and just waiting for a message to pop and not popping. I advise you, to be honest, if you really don't resonate but was still attracted to this reading, sometimes this is what I do when I don't feel that I resonate too much. I just advance randomly or pick a number in the bar below, and usually I get the message I was seeking directly when I do that. So this is a trick for some people if you don't resonate with anything at all. Now I will proceed to place everything up. So I'm gonna draw a card from the oracles to establish each people's energy, so you can decide which one you are in this file. So we're gonna start with the person that has to decide between two parties there. Which is represented, well, kind of ironic. Release reversed. I might call the person simply release. I don't want to specify all the time that it's reversed, but this is the main energy of the person that needs to decide. Release reversed. We understand just right now that this person can't release one of you or one of the people involved there. This will be not yet. So then we will go for person A, or will be called Get Curious reversed. So someone who is not quite curious, might call them person A. We'll get to that. And then we got the person B. The Maggie reversed. Okay, so we got right now, sorry, I just want to show you. This is the card. You can't see very well, but this is the card, and it's reversed because I play those in reverse. And we got at the bottom deck the universe reversed. Got a reverser, and I swear to you guys, they are not all reversed. It just happens to be so. So before shuffling the other decks to get a full picture of the situation, I'll go straight with each vibe of each individual. So I'm gonna start with the release person, which is in reverse. So this person clearly is stuck, clearly knows or get that they need to release someone in this situation. With how the picture is drawn, I feel this person is just being quite lazy. And it's a frog that is like on a flower or lotus or something, or I don't have the word there. And placed like that in reversed. Don't know, but it feels like someone who is not that bad in the situation, and this is why they're not releasing it. As it's like if I don't know why I see the frog just being on their back and just appreciating the moment. So I do see that we are facing someone who got some advantages to keep you both, or keep, I say you, but that keep both people involved in this situation. For person A or get curious reversed, or the bird, I might call them the bird, I do see that this person, the bird, is not the bird because of the picture. Sorry, I need to just show there. This one, like this. The bird is in reverse as well, so I do feel we have someone who is not open to get to know other people. That we got someone who is really stuck on the release person, or the frog. I may call him the frogs. Sorry if it gets confusing, I will get the name. The frog is the person that need to choose, and the bird is one of the person that is in the want to be chosen, or that is stuck in this situation because of the frog that can decide. Okay, so now that's clear. So the bird is not one that is really prone to discover other avenue. Not really like, I mean, some birds could migrated usually, and this one feels like it just want to stay at the same place even if the situation is harsh. Like this part, the harsh situation, they want to stay. And I haven't said that, but I do feel that the Moonchild Tarot, and so the bird person might be in a relationship with the frog. I do feel it's already established, and this is why the bird is so stubborn and doesn't want to leave, because they want to stick into the situation despite things being harsh, and just wishing that the frog will make a decision, and for them it's just like they will stick with me, or they hope so. But I do feel though the bird might feel quite stuck, because they are still represented by some bird with a lot of roots around. They might feel rooted to this situation and feel like they can't go anywhere else, like there's no more option for them. I do feel it might be someone who might lack some self-esteem, as in they really rely on the frog to see themselves positively, or their relationship with the frog really help them feel rooted and grounded. And even if despite that they are still a bird, so it's quite weird. It's like their nature is to be some free roaming person, but the frog makes them rooted. So it's like, I do feel the bird might be scared of their propensity to fly around when they are not into a relationship. So they might want to stick with the frog because they're scared of what it will lead them to go. So as a personality trait, I see the bird being maybe some kind of partier person, or like someone who just like usually to enjoy social, oh god, I won't say this word, it's not, but just getting to know people and maybe hook up, or not necessarily hook up, but just flirt with people to get some sense of self-esteem. That's what I'm getting from this one. But now that their relationship with the frog, or at least since they know the frog, they feel more rooted, even though there's a part of them that I think desire this freedom, or maybe no, they still feel free despite being in a relationship with the frog. So it makes them even more secure with the frog, because the frog looks like a really chill person, like, and really chill, maybe not necessarily introverted. I mean, a social introverted person, like someone who's still quite stuck in their mind, maybe quite into, I will say, not necessarily into spirituality in the sense of witchy things, but the kind of person that like to ponder about life and what is hidden and we can see, and just meditate, and a zen person, or at least I think they're not really zen. They might be extremely anxious, because usually people that are like that are extremely anxious. So I do feel they look really chill and calm, but they're not. So I think the bird person kind of like that about them, and this is why they don't feel the urge to roam, or I do think they still feel free, and then they still can do their stuff and roam around, but they don't have the same curiosity, or they don't feel the need to seek for someone else. And then we got the Maggie. I don't care if I don't pronounce it perfectly, okay? The Maggie, whatever. We got someone there that I feel is a bit manipulative. Like, they want this to manifest badly, but they use their gifts in a bad way because of this. They really obsess over the frog person. Obsess. And I don't mean the Maggie is a bad person. I just feel, that this will be why it will be interesting to investigate that, but the Maggie is someone who really steer the string, or try to show the frog some aspect maybe of the bird to convince them they should choose them, the Maggie, and not the bird, or to venture somewhere else, or like, I do feel something the Maggie is doing is telling them how the frog is so anxious inside, and this is probably, and they accuse the bird being creating this anxiety. I do think the Maggie could even perceive the bird as not so loyal, like they're a bird. They pretend to be so well in this relationship, but in fact they keep flying around, like it's just a question of time before they hurt the frog. So it's just they believe the bird is deceiving, but they are the one deceiving themselves and the frog and the bird. And I'm not even sure if the bird knows about the Maggie, or they might know, but I don't think they know how much the Maggie is involved with the frog. That is maybe why you're here for some of you. Like, how much are they involved with this person? You might be the Maggie as well. And I don't mean bad about the Maggie. I'm really curious to know why the Maggies want to think so much to go in a certain way, but I need to say the Maggie is just creating a lot of, or getting stuck in a lot of delusion, and like altering the perception of the situation a lot, and for themselves as well. But I do think the Maggie sees something about this situation that the bird and the frog don't see. So, and the Maggie is also someone really intuitive, probably into witchcraft or spirituality, not necessarily in the way the frog is, though. I think they might have connected due to that, but I don't think they share the same view on spirituality. And the Magi is quite advanced in their practice or their view. Might be religious for some of them. Not every Magi there is a religious one. I don't feel that, but I do feel it could go this much about the Magi. And yeah, I do think they really try to the Magi wants to protect. They want to protect themselves, but they want to protect the frog as well. I really think though, and this is what I want to investigate, I think the Magi does see something about this bird. And I can't see now because I will use their energy to channel that. And the frog is just being very oblivious. I'm just seeing the vibe of the frog is... It's like they're so simple in how they view this. I don't think they believe they create so much conflict by keeping both of these people into this situation. But I do feel the frog is in a relationship with the bird, or I don't think it will apply for everyone. I think for some of you it's the contrary. They are in a relationship with the Magi, and the Magi is just being extremely suspicious of the bird and manipulating the frog to keep the bird away. I see both scenarios being quite right. Yes, those are two different situations, so I know it will apply to some people. I will try to take into account at least those two, and I know for some of you the frog is not in a relationship with either of those people, and they're just battling over the frog, which really... Is this person this much worth it? I guess the Magi will tell me yes, because I'm pretty sure I will find the energy of like their soulmate or twin flame or some shit like that. So yeah, so first of all I'll start with I want to start with the energy of the frog, because that's the main interest of this reading for most of you. So I'll place the cards as what they're feeling for the bird, what they're feeling for the Magi, like thoughts and action. I'll start with just one card for now for each. No, I go with two, but with those. I'm gonna construct this reading as I feel it. I haven't planned much, to be honest. So, what are their feelings for the bird person? Well, there, we got 10 of Wands reversed. What are their feelings for the Magi? As of right now, remember, it's just a picture in time. Might not be this in like 2 or 3 months from now. What are they feeling for the Magi? It's quite neutral. I'm gonna take it. I don't know. It doesn't want to. I'll take it as neutral. I tried to make it choose, but it doesn't want. So we got the 10 of Wands for the bird reversed, and the 9 of Wands neutral for the Magi's feelings. What do they think of the bird person? Wheel of Fortune. What do they think of the Magi person? You. Six of Wands. What do they think? No, sorry, I need to adjust that because it's just blinding. No, you can't see anything now. Well, really not practical. I'm sorry. I think it will be better for now without this light because of the cards. Just too bad. So, what are their next actions toward the bird person? Seeker of Swords, which is Page of Swords, and what are their next action toward the next person? Nine of Cups, great. And bottom deck is Ten of Coins reverse. I do believe you feel stuck. And the top is Conqueror of Sword. So, gonna put that there for now. Gonna start with those cards, please. I was just shuffling. So, rapidly, I do see. I know we don't see the cards really well, but that doesn't matter. I do see that for feelings as the Ten of Wands reversed, and with all the cards there, what they think and what they're planning their next action toward the bird person, I do feel like the bird person feel like the first thing I got is it feels like the bird person helps them alleviate the sense of burden the frog has. Oh, I did get something. I do think the bird person kind of gave a lot to the frog person, and the frog person doesn't have much to do. They think really the bird has some kind of luck in their life, or as like a happy-go-lucky, like, oh, they came into my life, and also if they go, well, just too bad. I really feel the frog is weird in their energy, as in they feel the bird really helped them alleviate the burden of their life, and they think the bird is kind of a free roamer and they can do whatever they want, but they seems to trust them. The Wheel of Fortune there just tell me they don't see the bird as someone that creates a lot of problem in their life, as in the birds help them, or they feel like they help them alleviate, like, it's such a release, as they come into their life and it feels so like what's the word, like they're reversed of something that is I forgot both words. Wow, sorry. Just feel oh my god, the weight of a feather, like really just someone who is not gonna have to pause because this is really bothering me. They are light. That was the word I was seeking so hard. They just feel light. I get the frog person is quite I do think they smoke weed. That's a feeling I had to say it. But they feel light in their life, like just literally like a bird. They're like a feather, like they don't burden them that much, and I'm pretty sure this is why the frog appreciates the bird so much. they're so light, they're so simple, like life flows so easy with the bird. They just make their life so easy. With the Seeker of Swords as the next action, I do feel they intend to communicate with the bird person. I mean, we see the literally a bird and a sword, so they come to the bird person and talk with them. It won't be anything much serious, so if you're the bird person expecting anything from the frog, it won't be like you know, a serious chat. We got the Conqueror of Swords as in the 5D, so I think they will come. It's just because they are quite how to say that, really the words are doesn't come to me right now, but they're quite clumsy with their words or with the situation and how to come about it. But with the Conqueror of Swords, like, they do have a higher intention behind this simple conversation. Maybe just seeing how the bird person is going and just wanting to kind of clear things out. But as in 5D, it's just coming into a victorious way, so I do feel the connection here is they won't come as strongly as they want, but they will be able to communicate with the bird person. I do see in some cases that the Ten of Wands reverse could be the opposite for some people. For some situations, the reverse, as the bird is just smothering them, and they think that it just, but they still think that it just like it comes and go and it's just part of life, and right now they're being more possessive because, you know, there's someone else in the picture, so that's quite normal, and for some reason it doesn't stress the frog and it just want to talk it out, but it's still clumsy. So I got both there. I do see for some bird, they see the bird as really like I said, like someone who is really light and fun to be with, that helps them alleviate or that helps them in their responsibilities, and for others it's just putting another responsibility that just make them so exhausted, but they just see it as something that will come and go, and they just see the bird just being like that sometimes and being really smothery sometimes, and other times being like roaming around and let them the frog being free as well, because the bird are just flying away elsewhere. So they just see it as a temporary situation. And then we got the Maggie. They do feel quite more ambivalent toward the Maggie. Like with the Nine of Wands, I feel like they are not sure. It's like they have a soft spot. This is how I feel it. It's like the Maggie knows how to unlock some blockages, as we can see with there. We can see like there's a key in the Nine of Wands there. So it's like they feel the Maggie got answers they don't have. They feel like the Maggie knows how to go at this place within the frog that they themselves have a hard time to get there, because they may be lazy to do that, or just they just don't know, for just like they don't know how the Maggie is able so to spot them or understand them so well. So they both feel like really an enduring kind of passion, but at the same time it's also exhausting. In both cases, I do feel the frog is exhausted by the situation. In both cases feels like exhaustion. I do think the frog might be not necessarily avoiding both of these people, but I do feel they might be more in their bubble as they used to be, because of it's draining them still. Even in the situation where the bird is more like a weightlifter, it's still the Ten of Wands, so the frogs still feel a lot of burden, and I do think in the scenario where the bird is just helping them feel free, it's because the Maggie is putting this burden or this strain on the frog. So yeah, and the frog doesn't want to let go of the Maggie because of this. They hold a key. I won't say to their heart. For some of you, it's more. I mean, we are talking about wands, so they stir up passion in them, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry if it bothers you to hear that for people that identify with the bird person, but the Maggie really knows how to play with their hands, and I'm not saying they cheated on you if it's supply or they had sex with the Maggie, but I do feel like they are really attracted to the Maggie, and the Maggie knows how to make the frog attracted to them. And I don't mean to say the Maggie is this much a manipulative person, but if you identify as a Maggie, then it's because you know that you have a way with words and how to get what you want. And it's not necessarily a bad trait, because I do see the Maggies convinced of doing something for the best interest of everyone there, even the bird person at some extent. So it's not in a mean way. I do see for some of you the Maggie is a manipulative person, and it can apply to some of you, and you need to recognize that in yourself if it really applies. And it doesn't make you a bad person, by the way. I get that kind of situation just bring the worst in people, and I do see in both. I mean, the three people involved are not in their best. Let's just say that. Even the bird person, I do feel the bird person feel like they are such a good person right now, but I do feel they don't see themselves go in this situation and being like extremely black and white in their approach to this situation. So really, none of the three person involved is better than the other. No one here is better than the other. Let's make that clear. So what do you think of the Maggie? Well, the praise, a lot of praise. I do think it's really related to spirituality. Like, I do think the frog really admire the Maggie and their knowledge, their way. It could be about study also, but I do think it's really related to spirituality and enlightenment and meditation and that kind of stuff. So I do think they really think highly of the Maggie. Like, they are not intimidated, but like a fan of the Maggie. Like, they feel again a lot of passion toward them, as in they might feel more. They feel or they think the Maggie is quite someone who is really confident, assured, which fits with the Maggie and what I was picking up on that, and just being extremely, how to say that, yeah, just really confident and assured, and like maybe at some point they do feel the Maggie is sometimes arrogant or a bit narcissistic, but I don't think they see it in a bad way. I don't think they will call the Maggie a narcissist. I think the frog is too soft to put that kind of words on people. So I rather see them just feeling that the Maggie is really a confident person. And their next action, the first thing I had in mind when I saw the Nine of Cups is just like partying with the Maggie, or just having some drink with the Maggie, or wish fulfillment. Like they want to accomplish some wish with the Maggie, but I do think it's more pondering about the Maggie, not necessarily an action, but I do think they more daydream or fantasize about the Maggie. As in, yeah, sexy stuff maybe. Or not just that, just like finding enlightenment with the Maggie, and I do think they think their relationship with the Maggie is special as well. I do think both of these people recognize each other as having a soul contract, or not necessarily twin flame or soulmates, but because the frog doesn't label the same way as the Maggie. I'm sure the Maggie, for some people, say the frog is their twin or that they're a soulmate. And for some of you, the frog might just be a friend that you're worrying about. I needed to say that. But I do think they're more in a state of wishing things to happen with the Maggie, or wishing to have something more. So if the frog is in a relationship with the bird, and if you are the bird, well, the frog might be kind of daydreaming about having some special time with the Maggie. And it's not necessarily about sex, but I do feel they have some fantasies with the Maggie. Again, I'm sorry if you have to hear that, but the frog person, as I said, is not in a... Their vibe is so chill, it's just a fucking flaw at this point. Like, just wanting to appreciate all the good. Like, the frog seems to see just good things in both situations. I forgot to mention that they think with the Wheel of Fortune that the bird person was meant to be in their life as well. So I do feel for most, the frog really feel like the bird is really part like fated to be, like it was meant to be, more so than the Maggie. But because of their connection with the Maggie, they're a bit confused. I don't see any confusion card precisely, but I do feel like it confuses them what they're feeling for the Maggie. And we got the 10 of coins reversed as the general energy that I didn't mention earlier, because I do think for most part the frog is in a relationship with the bird. I said that it was the case for some that the frog is with the Maggie, but for most, no, not for most, not true, it's really shared, but it's just they feel a lack in the relationship they are in, despite it. If it's with the Maggie, they feel they lack this light-weighted energy with the bird and this freedom, because the Maggie keeps pulling string on the frog, and they still feel like, oh yeah, okay, fine, you know how to put reaction out of me, and they feel like the bird is still like fated to be with them or in their life. And for people where the situation is the frog is with the bird, you feel the Maggie has something really intense to, like, there's a pulling toward the Maggie. This intense passion, connection they have is just so good for them. In any case, it's just disturbing their abundance and their foundation with whoever they're with. In any case, if the frog is not in a relationship with any of them, and just confused between the two people, well, they don't know which one will bring them this foundation. They just feel so confused, like, god damn it, like, what? They don't know who to choose, because the frog person seems to approach the situation as both give me so much, like, why do I need to choose? It's a bit the energy I'm picking up on the frog person. So this is the first aspect I was picking up on. I will just put them there and there. So now I'm gonna pick I want to know just a bit of the version of the two people in this situation. I won't precise or mention anything, I just want some cards from each deck, and it will be more the energy of... So what I mean is, the card I'm pulling here will be for the Maggie, and it will be just to see what the... Oh my god, the magician! The damn magician just freaking pulled out. Oh god, okay. Yes, really, we got a manifestor there. I just want overall energies. It can be their thought, their thought, feelings, perception of the situation. I'm just gonna pick up a general feeling, energy out of this. And I do think the Maggie is really, I mean, High Priestess and Magician. We've got some witch here. Oh my god, Akashic Records, which is a unique card of this deck, by the way. Oof. And we got the Seven of Crystal, which is the Seven of Pentacles reversed as well. And the last card for now. Which will be... doesn't want to drop. I do think the Maggie has a lot to say, to be honest. Two of Wands. Bottom deck energy is the Sun reversed. And the high 5D is the Seven of Cups reversed. So this, and I just saw the Five of Pentacles, not so close. And now I want for our bird person, so I'm just gonna pull them there. I want more space. Oh, the Lover is reversed. King of Pentacles, yeah, I'm pretty sure for most, this situation is mostly the bird with the frog person. That just feels like it for most. I keep repeating that's not the situation for everyone. I see other situation in this, but I keep sensing that is the most, the energy of the reading as I'm feeling it. Like the main story that is being told to me is about the version where the frog is with the bird person, and this is the main version, so this is the one who will resonate the most. For other version, it will least resonate at some degree, that's for sure. Sorry, bird person, I wasn't connecting with much. So we got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Oh god, okay. Seven of Swords. Oh god, the bird knows. The bird knows about this third party. Oh god, they know about the Magician, which is the bottom deck. They know about it. They know. And we got the Eight of Swords, and they are really stressing over the Maggie. So if you are the Maggie, I'm pretty sure you're so happy to know they know, and they are overthinking it, and they are nervous about you. And for other of you that are the birds, you are so worried about this Magician, and I do think you need to be. I try again to parse things out about this situation and not get too confusing. I'm really sorry, it's just there's so much messages going on, it's quite hard to keep track on everything. So, don't know where to put those. I really don't know where to put those, I just put them there. With the bird. Oh, no, I don't want, I just really want them close to the Three of Cups, and I'm gonna do the same there. Yeah. This is such a mess. I'm sorry. I just want things to be better. So, I'm gonna start with I need to talk about the Maggie first. If you are the Maggie, or if you are wondering about the Maggie, I think since the main energy is the bird being extremely worried about this Maggie, I need to talk about the Maggie first. The Maggie is extremely powerful person. Extremely powerful. They are into witchcraft, and if it's not you, you are facing someone who is also into witchcraft. And I just got that info, but I'm pretty sure if you are asking about the Maggie person as a third party interfering, I'm pretty sure they did black magic at this point, and they are probably extremely strong on that. That was a specific message, but other than that, the Maggie is represented. I mean, we got 3 energies about the magician. 2 of them are upright. And in one case we got a female, and the other it's a man, so the Maggie is extremely powerful. They know stuff, and they know about the situation fully. They know probably more than I can even access. I just feel that the Maggie is extremely powerful witch. I'd say witch. I know it's not a witch for every case, but they're gifted. If they're not a witch or into even spirituality, it's really someone who knows how to talk their way. They really are good at entreating someone how they're feeling. This is why they have such an ease with the frog, and how to get them, or how to manipulate them to get what they want from the frog. And the frog doesn't do anything about it, because the Maggie knows how to do things so the frog feels not the need to do anything about the situation. They know. And with the Akashic records, the magician, the high priestess, they're really set on their ways and how to move things forward. They're quite impassioned too. Like, they want things now. They don't want to wait to get the frog. And I do think they know how to, like I said, to get the frog to hype them up and to and I do think the Maggie for a lot. I don't see even a card saying this, but I'm sure the Maggie there is convinced that the frog is a high soulmate, like a divine counterpart or a twin flame. 100%. The Maggie is convinced about that. Convinced. With the 2 of Wands there, it's like the frog is their spiritual partner. Like, there is no question about that. So the Maggie is resolved to get the frog on their side, and at least, I don't think the Maggie explicitly want the frog to choose. They just want to make sure the frog doesn't abandon them, as I perceive there. I don't think the Maggie want me to see that, but they don't want to let in on that they are extremely worried to not be chosen, and they're extremely fearful and desperate, and like they can't see their future without the frog, or how things could go without them. And it's really like the Maggie is such in a powerful place. If you are the Maggie, I think you just wanted some confirmation, but you know all about that stuff. You know everything I'm saying. You might want some information about the bird, but I do think with the fact that the Maggie is reversed, I'm almost concerned. I feel like right now I maybe feel a bit manipulated as well to give information on the bird person, because I know you want to know to do or make something, and I'm not pleased about that, Maggie. if you resonate with that and you know you're a powerful person just wanting to get some more info about the bird person to concoct your plan and get the guy or get the girl, I need to tell you that you're still coming reversed, remember. You're not doing it with good intention. You are, in fact, showing me something so positive when I feel something so negative behind. I need to tell you, you are not well intentioned in that, and it will backfire. And you should know better than me that it will backfire if you continue in this way. If you continue, this manifestation will go against you. Because I'm well, sorry, but I will be really annoying you there. But you know, the lovers came on the other side. The Wheel of Fortune came on the other side. I feel you want to convince them yourself about the frog person, but I don't think your relationship is what you think it is. It's not that it's not powerful, but I'm really sure of one thing. It's not what you think it is. And that's why your manifestation will fail. This is why the Seven of Crystals is still reversed, and you will not get what you want. Even though you have all the power for that, even though your manifestation power are on fucking point with the Maggie, you won't get that because it's not that. You're trying to manifest something that is not. So I need to tell you that. I will come back on that. I do feel compelled to draw a card already for the Maggie. If you resonate in as being the Maggie and really trying to get information on the bird, and if you wanted to know about the Maggie and really appreciating the roasting, or not the roasting, but me just being, anyway, appreciate the Pillar reversed. Oh, you're not, it's not solid as you think it is. The Pillar reverse just make me think of the tower crumbling for some reason. The snakes there rejoining each other, it's a temptation. I think you do have a divine contract with the frog, but I do think the frog is preparing you for something else, but it's not what you think it is. It's really not. One more card. Paradox. Oh, I like this card. Yes. It feels like it fits so well, but the paradox is it's preparing you to manifest your divine counterpart, but the frog is not your divine counterpart, Maggie. It's not. It's a paradox in the sense it doesn't make sense because it fits so well in everything you have picked up. But I do think you picked up, it did that to me as it will be an anecdote time, because if you don't relate to that, just move forward and try to get to the point where I'll get on the bird. But I felt a connection with someone the last year, and I did feel like winter, spring, and eventually summer will be extremely important dates. However, not that I was wrong, but I was wrong on the timing. It wasn't that year that thing started to evolve. It started this year. And I'm convinced things will evolve this year. I already picked on what will be happening, on when this person will reach me out and how things will progress, like the state they will be in and the decision they will take and when approximately they will take those steps and where this will lead. Like, I picked up on that, and I'm just still speaking on something that hasn't happened yet, but I just picked it, and I'm pretty sure you picked on that. But it's just not with the right person, so it's not about the right time either. But the frog, what you're living with the frog is like, it's like if you were reading a story to prepare you for your real life story. Like, you're living something that is preparing you for what you will have to encounter. So this is like the paradox I'm seeing. it's not necessarily the principle of a paradox, but it feels like it still feels paradoxical, as in it's fitting so well, but the paradox is it's not this yet. Don't know if that was clear. I will pick other cards later, but in the pillar reverse there, it's really just, it's not, it's like, it feels like the one you're seeking for. It's really mirroring that, but it's upside down, as it's not the situation you were seeking for. But now I feel more confident to give you the information on the bird. I think it is important, Maggie, that you know or have information on the bird. So I will rephrase that. If you're the Maggie person and resonating with what I was babbling about for like the last 5 or so minutes, and so you are not the one in a relationship with a frog and you are wondering how to manifest or how to handle the fact they are with the bird person, then what I will be telling about the bird person is something you need to remember so you are prepared for the next situation where you will encounter something really similar, but you will be prepared for, because you will know and will be able to guess like extremely, with an extreme ease, how to get the bird off of your situation. It won't be the bird, but this is why it is important. So just because of that, I think your intent will manifest more clearly. By the way, I'm not saying that you shouldn't talk to the frog anymore. I do think you still have a lot to learn with this person, but might something happen at some point that will, I think you will just simply detach at some point when you will have the answer from spirits or your guides. But you are a better place than me to know what that sign will be about and how to deal with it. So this is a message I had to say for people identifying with the Maggie. For people that are dealing with the Maggie, well, it still applies. That a Maggie person is convinced the frog is their person, but they're not. There's a paradox there. They are leaving something with the frog that will prepare them for something else that is greater for them. So we got that. Also forgot to mention the sun there. I think that, well, oh yeah, I get it. The main energy is, everything seems so clear for the Maggie, but there was still cloud in the sky, and the Maggie was wondering, it's so clear, but it feels like something is missing. A key information is lacking. I miss something about the situation because it keeps blocking at some point, and the frog person is still with the bird, or it keeps sticking with the bird despite that, despite all this information you shared with them, and it's confused you a lot. And this is what created your delusion in your spirituality, or in the delusion of the Maggie, came from this perception or belief that the frog person is their divine counterpart, when it's not, but it is mimicking their divine counterpart. The frog person is important. They have an extremely important contract with the Maggie person, in any case. But this is what blurred the Maggie, and I think those cards came reversed, and this is why this one was reversed. And this one was reversed because you were wondering, why the hell isn't it bringing me what I've cultivated? Why isn't it flourishing as I wanted it to be? You got your answer there. And for people that were where the Maggie is the third person, well, it still applies. But they have a contract with the frog person. So if you were the frog person, yes, you got a contract with the Maggie, but the Maggie is not the divine counterpart in this case. But you do have something extremely important to both teach each other. So, oh yeah, we got that card. Withdraw. I think for the Maggie, you need to go back to your root and get answer directly directly from spirit. So then now let's move to the bird person. So the bird person knows about this third party situation, is extremely fucking worried about that. He feels stuck. But the Three of Cups is upright, but I do feel a good energy there. As in, for some of you, the Maggie is a friend in the group, or, I mean, you knew this person already, or the bird person already knew the Maggie person from around, and they were worrying about this, and I probably sneak around to get information if the frog had some relationship with the Maggie. And they did, and they do. And with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, though I do have other messages, and I do feel the bird person is extremely codependent on the frog. That was something I picked up initially, but with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, I did say also that the birds feel like they lack self-esteem. Especially when it comes around their appearances. And they don't feel worthy of the frog, or don't feel worthy enough and feel like they need to prove or be there for the frog or do a lot of shit for the frog. And stop that, by the way, the frog is just getting lazy. But the bird person should really stop doing so much for the frog. Either the bird is smothering the frog because of those self-esteem issues, and the bird is definitely jealous of the relationship the frog has with the Maggie. They really are scared because the magician is showing upright, and they feel like the Maggie is not just some con artist or someone just being a good manipulator. Just they feel the power of the Maggie, and they are scared that it will take them away with the frog because they don't feel worthy or don't feel enough powerful compared to the Maggie person. And you know, because we have the Lovers reversed with the King of Pentacles, like they are scared. The bird person is scared to lose the frog for that they identify as their King of Pentacles, or like their long-term partner. They're worried about that. They feel the connection, but they feel that they're losing the frog to the Maggie. Because the Maggie is really powerful and know how to steer the strings, like I said. So if you are the bird person, you are worried about the Maggie, and yes, but you shouldn't be that worried about the Maggie. As I told earlier, the Maggie person is on a journey, yes, with the frog, but I don't think the frog will cheat on the bird person though. They might be tempted, but I do think the frog is still got more moral and principle than that. So I don't think the frog will do that, but yes, they feel extremely a lot of passion for the Maggie. It's normal, it's part of the process. The ones are also about spirituality, so sometimes it's go through the first chakras, which is, you know, it's involved with sexuality, even though it doesn't mean they have to go there. But you know, the frog is still intending on communicating with the bird person, and even though they might be clumsy with this, how to get to that, they want to be transparent with the bird person. They just want to be straightforward with what happened. If you were wondering I mean, I'm not supposed to teach you that. For some of you that identify with the bird person, you were I mean, the frog has cheated on you with the Maggie, and you already know about that, and you were worried to know why, and if they plan to, if it will finally stop. And for some reason I need to tell you that if you are staying with the frog despite them having cheating on you and them continuing to be with the Maggie person, it's on you, sincerely. I don't know why you're waiting to the frog person to decide, even if they come back to you, like, Will you be secure enough? Will you feel this sense of worth within you? Your spirituality is greatly affected with the Eight of Swords, as it feels like it's caging you, like you need to awaken from that. I do think the bird person is not quite fully awakened compared to the Maggie, especially, even though you identify the Maggie person is really an awakened person. So if your third party doesn't involve an awakened person, might not be the third party you were inquiring about. Or maybe, I don't know your situation. But the bird person is really suffering from that. So if the frog person did cheat on you, the lovers are still reversed, so it's still the lovers. There's still a soulmate connection, but you know, it's not because someone is a soulmate that you need to stick together. Maybe your contract is reaching an end too, bird person. You're the one to know that. I know it won't apply to everyone. For some of you, you are worried that they cheated on you. In this scenario, if they haven't cheated, then it just worries, but it's still impairing your growth and it's still affecting your self-worth, and it makes you go extremely clingy and then extremely avoidant. It makes you go into a really insecure attachment style, and this is not good for your relationship because the frog person is really aloof. So yes, they want to come to communicate, but I wouldn't wait on that to clear things out, and I wouldn't wait on the frog person to make a decision to know what you want from this situation. With how they think of the bird person with the wheel of fortune, it just, there's something quite negative, like it comes and go. It feels like they see you as a part of their life and they're happy about it, but they don't feel like they will fight this hard because you make things so easy for them. So in both cases, I do feel like it's quite iffy. I think it will be really individual case scenarios. In the end, for most part, I do feel like nobody will get the frog person, and the frog person will choose no one in this situation. Or even if the frog person chooses, I think it will be too late. That's what a feeling I'm getting from this. Forgot to take some cards for the bird person. It won't apply, what I just said won't apply to every situation, but for most of you, this is a feeling I'm getting from it. 2 cards at least for the bird person. It doesn't want to drop at all. Sorry, it won't be too long. Get creative reversed. The silver ring reverse, yeah. And we got shadow reverse, yeah. I do think the bird person really needs to confront their shadow aspect. The silver ring really remind me of the Queen of Pentacles in the on this deck. I'm kind of tired, so I forgot the name right now, but the Weaver Tarot deck. And get creative reverse. I do really feel like the bird person is really blocked and stunted by the situation. You're really feel almost trapped in this situation. If you are the bird person, well, the bird person does feel like this. They really don't feel their best. They really don't feel like they're the queen. They don't feel like they're worth the frog person. They really feel like they can do better. They don't feel like they can get better than this relationship. Yeah, the bird person really feel like, it really feels like the bird person needs to recognize their worth beyond their relationship, beyond the reflect of themselves through the frog person. And I do think the frog person really tried to tell the bird person to see beyond and to like make them understand their worth and how things are way more than what they look like. I do think for some of you that are the bird person, you're not that much a spiritual person, but if you wandered here, it's because you were so lost. And I do think your spirituality still succeeded to bring you here and tell you to open up a bit more. Spirituality is not just about woo stuff. There's much more psychology behind that. There's something much more tangible behind spirituality than just magic and magical crap. There's something even almost scientific about it at some point. We just don't have the right tool to explain it. That's it. I do think the bird person for most of you is quite grounded. And I'm just having a feeling of deja vu right now. That's weird. I think I dreamed of that. Anyway, or just my brain getting some normal feels. But I just wanted to say that I do think the bird person is really lacking in self-esteem. For the Maggie person that wanted to know information about the bird person, is the next situation you will encounter will probably again a third-party situation, and the bird person will be also much more controlling than this bird person. But it will all stem from self-worth issues, self-esteem, and they will be extremely codependent, and you will meet your other frog person will be at a point in the relationship where they feel extremely smothered and stuck, and you will be a way out of this situation. If I come back to here right now with this present situation and not the future Maggie situation, bird person is feeling extremely low right now. If you're still the Maggie and worrying, I think the reason why you know so much information is also because you need to have some empathy. You are facing another human being with their own flaws and issues. They're worried. They don't like themselves. They see them so poorly. Don't try to destroy someone who is already so low. That's low, really low to do that. They need to reinvent themselves. I mean, the bird person needs to reinvent themselves and to see beyond this relationship or beyond the frog person. I know for some of you are not in a relationship with a frog person. The frog person needs to, the bird person needs to see beyond the frog person, to see beyond this relationship and what it brings to them. So I wanted to pull the cards more so as for the frog person, for some of you that identified as the frog person themselves. For the frog person, more so what they are planning to do or what you should be doing if you're the frog person and are wondering which to choose. Well, oh god. They're quite funny. Oh my god, trust in fate. Oh. And we got compassion. No, yes, compassion reversed. Oh god. It feels so ugly as an advice. Yeah, no. The frog person, even if it's not. The frog person will just trust that thing will unfold as they should. And by the way, I put this card neutral because it didn't came totally reversed, and I just feel like it should be neutral because it's just so perfect. I mean, reversed or upright, this card is just the same, so it doesn't matter much, except that reverse it's lacking trust, but with the frog it's too much trust in fate. They're just confident that things will happen on their own, so my dear bird and Maggie people, don't wait for the frogs to make a decision. It is not planned like this. The bird and the Maggie needs to take their decision. The bird person needs to choose themselves, and the Maggie person needs to release the frog. It's not just choosing themselves. The Maggie needs to pursue. I mean, the Maggie is the one that needs the most to pursue this relationship until they get the green light from Spirit to let go. It's time. You will know and have this sudden detachment for some reason, because the frog will say something that will just, oh no, what? And you will have your clue at this moment. And for the bird person, if you were wondering if the frog person will let go of the Maggie, then I want to say no. They will continue to keep the Maggie around, even if they don't cheat with them. If they already cheated you with them, they might again. I really don't trust the frog person if they already did, because they plan to keep around the Maggie person because the Maggie make them feel really good. So that's a bit sad to say. And they just kind of trust, like that you trust them, like they don't seem to care more in this scenario, at least. If they haven't cheated on you with the Maggie person, well, they still plan to stick around with them, so you will get worried even more, and I wouldn't recommend on them doing anything about it. The Maggie person will leave at some point, though. To be honest, this situation I'm talking about just reminds me of something I went through, and it ended up as I let it go of the frog person, and the bird person put an end to the relationship 2 years later. And it feels like the same, but this relationship or experience I had with this person was my personal awakening, and that prepared me to where I'm right now. So that's quite that's quite funny. I do feel you're all going through this situation I went through. It's different. I do see something quite different from what I went through. But the frog person seems to be really a catalyst for growth for both of those people. If you are the frog person, yes, you do have something to bring to those people. If you want to know what to do with the bird person, well, they need to be freed. They're a bird. They feel grounded, but a bird is not mean to. It's not a ground person. Like they're not not a person, but the bird is not an earthy animal. It's belong to the air. It belong to the sky. And so you need to release the bird person. And the Maggie, you still have something to go through, and you should really what's the word, but you should really appreciate it while it's there and have as much fun as you want with the Maggie. But it won't last for most of you. I can say for all of you, because if the least the reading resonates, the least the conclusion I'm saying will also apply. For some situation, you will end up with the frog, we will end up with the Maggie, and it might become some great relationships, and for some people with the bird person, and etc. If the frog person was with neither, I think the frog person will still not end up with either of those people, because the frog person will not choose anyone. It's like both the Maggie and the bird are like those moths, ready to trunch. Oh yes, I understand now. This is the frog, and this is the bird and the Maggie. The frog is the catalyst for both the bird and the Maggie to meet and share some energy through the frog, because I don't think the Maggie and the bird could meet properly and have some kind of relationship. They needed to grow through the frog. So this is the third party. This is like catalyst for growth, and you need to trust the process. This is fate. This will give birth to something even more and more incredible. So yeah, frog person, you are sadly just a tool for two other people, but at least you can tell yourself that you will bring something extremely great for both people in this situation. Whew, it's a really long reading and one straight reading. I don't want to pull more cards. I think there's enough information there to digest, and I really try to convey all the messages and the 2 or 3 scenarios I saw happening, but they still have the same core, and I hope it makes sense to you all that are watching this video. Sorry if the cards couldn't be seen quite clearly, but I don't know for you guys, I'm not the one that likes to watch this much the cards. I just like to hear the person speaking or trying to convey the message. So I hope it was clear. I had a lot of trouble at the beginning to speak, but I managed to do it. English is definitely not my native language, as it shows. It's quite annoying. Anyway, I hope you got your answers, guys. Remember to trust your instinct and your own intuition in this situation. You are the best judge of it. You should know better. I spoke of a big third party, but this third party has its limitation. As in, I said it, you know your situation better, so take what resonated to your situation and apply it, and what didn't, let it go, because it wasn't about your situation, and you should seek for those pieces of information elsewhere. So I'm really gonna stop it there. Thank you for watching, and see you maybe another time. Oh, it glitched again. Yeah. Really making me screw my ending there when the logical doesn't respond as I want. Sorry if you really heard me say that, but really have a good day, and maybe see you another time.